The energy today feels like you are entering into like your pink era, which means you're coming back to your softness, you're coming back to your feminine, you're opening yourself up to receiving more, you might be starting to date again. You're just really loving coming back home to yourself and giving more attention to your femininity. Lotuses could be important. Again, the color pink. You're like blossoming, you're opening up, you're blooming, you're releasing like this really restricting, tight container that you've been holding around yourself, and you're finally opening up, and it's super soft and it's super beautiful. So tell me more. What's up with this energy? It's like you're being announced. Here you are, this lotus flower starting to open up. You're starting to come back into your pink era. You're finally softening and kind of like revealing who you are, softening into who you are, and life is announcing it like, hey everybody, come look at this. Come watch this beautiful flower blossom. And you have the opportunity to show people your radiance, your wild, your expression. This is a very fast moving card too, so it's like life is calling out. It's like announcing you, and people are like, oh my gosh, and they're like just rushing towards you. Or rushing towards you, wanting to say something to you. We got the Wheel of Fortune reverse though. What's this? What's this Wheel of Fortune reverse? Golden retrievers are significant. One ran by me a couple minutes before I started this video, and I was just oogling over it like I always do with dogs, and there's a golden retriever on this Knight of Wands card, so that could be significant. What's this Wheel of Fortune reversed? We got some very masculine cards. Oh! Very masculine cards. The King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Hierophant. This Wheel of Fortune reversed, again, just feels like a confirmation of you might have been more in your masculine era, which there's nothing wrong about that. Just learning how to take care of yourself, learning how to have boundaries, learning what your boundaries feel like, learning what your container feels like, getting very intimate when it comes to your nervous system. What does your nervous system feel like? How does it operate? How does it ground you? Do you feel safe within your nervous system? How does it grow? All these beautiful things. So you're about to be starting a new era, your pink era, where you're starting to learn about your feminine now. What's your expression? How do you want to grow? What lights you up? How to walk forward in life with a soft heart. All those beautiful things. All right, well, what's one step forward for you to get this wheel turning? We got the King and the Queen of Cups reversed. How can you get the wheel turning? And how to step more into your pink era? Just kind of release the shackles that you have around your heart. Know that you're not bound by your nervous system, by the protection that your nervous system has built around you. With you feeling like you need to be strong and to put on a really strong front so people don't hurt you, don't mess with you, don't take from you, don't abuse you, like all those things. How to get this wheel turning is realize that your heart doesn't need to be closed off. You can have a very, very soft masculine heart. You don't need to have a hardened heart, a closed off heart as you walk through life. Realize that you are healed. You're perfect as you are. You know how to grow, but you're also healed exactly as you are right now. So just start like releasing the grips that your mind has on you when it comes to your feminine, when it comes to walking through life with a soft heart, being trusting, being open, allowing yourself to receive, allowing yourself to go date, to receive kindness from people, receive help from people. Just like start releasing the grips that you have. Because you've got a Queen of Cups that's wanting to come online. That was at the bottom of the deck. So if you're still in your masculine right now, once you realize that you can still front like a masculine heart, but have it not be closed off. The masculine is very vulnerable. The King of Cups is very vulnerable, very loving, very intuitive, very nurturing still. Once you realize that your heart doesn't have to be closed off and you can actually make way for your Queen of Cups to come online, the intuitive part of you, very nurturing, very loving as well. You'll find emotional fulfillment not only within yourself, but with others, with your family, with your friends, with your community. You'll find a lot more balance. You'll see that life feels more balanced. Your heart will heal. You don't have to have it closed off so much. Because it feels like whatever happened to you in the past, it seems like the only way that you could give yourself justice the only way that you could heal your heart was to keep it hard and to front very strong energy, very protective energy, very closed off energy. You thought that was like the only way that you could take care of your broken heart. But there's other ways, there's other perspectives. One of those being, trust yourself that you have learned many lessons over life. You know what it feels like to be loved. You know what it feels like to not be loved. Hopefully you have built up enough strength to be able to walk away from those relationships that don't feel loving. You know what your boundaries are. Hopefully you know how to uphold them and hold firm in them, even when people want to test them and poke at them, even in the tiniest of ways, just to test you to see if you're going to let your walls down or like not hold up those boundaries, even in the slightest. Trust in yourself. When you have more trust in yourself and you have your own back, it's a little bit easier to walk forward in life with a soft heart because you know that you're going to take care of yourself. You know that you have strong boundaries. You know that you can feel and discern when you're being loved and when you're not. You can have better judgment. That you'll survive. If somebody breaks your heart again, you'll survive. You know, you've had many a broken heart in the past. You're strong enough to handle another one if it comes about. So instead of being closed off and feeling like that's the only way that you can give your heart justice, now it just feels like a time of you've been strong, you've protected yourself, you've created boundaries around yourself. You know what your nervous system feels like. You can feel the container of your nervous system. So now, step into your pink era, the era of receiving. What does it feel like to receive? What does it feel like to be soft? It's a really beautiful thing to be able to walk forward in life with a soft heart. So protect that soft heart. You've got a lot of protectors. The King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Hierophant. You have some strong masculine energy when it comes to protecting yourself. Protect the soft heart of yours. Helicopters could be significant. Oh, that's so cool. It's so close. Anyway, just know that you're protected moving forward. You've got your own back. You've learned how to have your own back. Now it just feels like a time where you're learning how to be soft while still having your own back. You're just kind of like letting the grips go a little bit. The way that I see life is a little unorthodox. I see life through paintings. Maybe someday I'll post these painting interpretations that I've done, but the one I'm thinking of right now is The Kiss by Gustav Klimt. And what I wrote about that was that painting is a representation of the divine masculine and the divine feminine dancing together. The woman, she's on her knees because the container around them both, there's like this kind of like sheath, this container that's around them both has gotten too small for her, and she's forced on her knees, which is life's way of forcing them into a pause, forcing their dance to stop for a minute, forcing her to be in gratitude towards the masculine, towards her nervous system, towards this protector part of herself, or, you know, in a partnership where they've created this beautiful container, this protective container around both of them for them to be able to exist up until this point. But she, as they dance, she grows taller and she grows larger and she expands, and they're just at a point in time where, kind of like a hermit crab, she's gotten too big for the shell, and they both need to find a different shell. So this is a moment where they get to pause. She's on her knees, they share a kiss, and before she stands up again and kind of like encourages the masculine to grow as well and to create a bigger shield, a bigger protection around them, to go find a bigger hermit crab shell, before she stands up, they just share this really intimate kiss. And there's like this beautiful sacred pause. So that kind of feels like this same energy. The feminine in you is wanting to expand, wanting to be more, wanting to walk through life now with a soft heart. So you're in this moment, you're in this sacred pause right now where you're giving gratitude to your nervous system for protecting you up until this point. It did a great job. You're here, you're alive, you're breathing. You know your boundaries, you know how to take care of yourself, you know how to be strong. But the feminine in you wants to expand, wants to grow, wants to learn how to receive. She wants to be wild. She wants to be expressive. So that Wheel of Fortune reversed, it's kind of like, this is your sacred pause. Take this moment to be grateful for your nervous system, for containing you and protecting you in the way that it has. But you're about to stand up and you're about to start this dance again, knowing that you're going to encourage and kind of force your nervous system to do scary things and to expand with you as you try to be more authentic and go try new things and expand in your expression. That's going to mean that your nervous system's going to have to expand with you. It's going to be scared at times, but you'll reassure it. Your expression will reassure it. The feminine in you will reassure the masculine in you, saying, you're strong, you're able to contain me. Let's do something a little scary. Let's release our grips a little bit. Let's widen a little bit. This just feels like a really, really beautiful era for you. Really beautiful. So I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully that painting interpretation, that metaphor kind of made sense to you. Because it makes sense to me. That's just how I see life. But good luck.